Finally, I finished the trilogy novels of Stieg Larsson, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, The Girl Who Played with the Fire, and The Girl Who Kicked the Hornet Nest. Actually, I'm not going to review the three novels because it's too long. It takes about 1800 pages or more. Just here I am reviewing and evaluating a summary about the trilogy itself, and I'm going to put my notes only for those people who read the novels themselves because I cannot go through this video long through 1900 pages. I want to analyze a few points and entries inclusive with each concerning the art of novel writings. The first, let us say, writing novel has certain elements had different way to go with other literature styles such as short stories, film scripts, articles, as well as the other literary creative. In addition to that, we have to say that novel authors are involving in various issues when they are writing the novels, as well as they are creating or building a city or society. Therefore, they have to reach the society affairs, psychology, how the people they are behaving, and also they go to the history. But the novelists, they wrote about history, but they are not a historian, or about psychology, but they are not psychiatrists, and so on. Therefore, the novel should has its identity, not mixing between what the author has a background knowledge or information or any thing which is he want to convey that information through the novel, but he can put all his information or background or his intellectual things through the characters within the events in themselves. Second, while Larsson want to approve that the intellectual journalists reach evidence before and more accurate than the intelligent police investigator, and showed it must in most mysterious film long time. That means this thing is not very new in his novel, because all the films we saw since a long time, they show that the police, they will come when the crime finished and when the people, they know everything. Here in this novel, it become the author on target to run in through the three novels. In other words, because he is a journalist, he want to approve that issue and to say that the smart journalist can behave or can reach any information before the official police investigator. one thing more, although Larsson created a famous journalist on the Millennium News Association named Michael as a character to represent the journalist for the trilogy, the author himself forgot to keep distance between Michael himself and the author himself, adding in each chapter or his diary, which is he preferred to put his chapters in a diary, dating time, Saturday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and others. And he put his point of view or opinions as a journalist profession in the novel or in the introduction of those chapters. Therefore, the readers mixed and feel that they read either a news reportage or a novel. Those three enlarge for a huge number of pages caused by repeating Salander background. Salander, she is the second character in the first novel, and she stayed away behind in the shadow. Just she is assistant for Michael as a internet hacker, and we will know that the internet hacker or the internet they will be the future journalists on the e-journal. And in the more the second and third novels, she became the main character, equal or akin to Michael himself. Instead of that, it was so easy that and very convenient for the readers with less pages if the author himself, Larsson, can make different three novels. The first one, the girl with the dragon tattoo, was a mysterious one. Michael and Salander, they are looking for a missed girl for 3 decades, according to contract with Henriette, the missed girl grandfather, and they see that they find Henriette in Australia after 3 decades of police investigation, and on this aim. The author show that Michael met a retired policeman, has a huge number of files and photographs, remained 3 decades without any result for the willing of the grandfather of missing his granddaughter. But in the second and the third, we see that Salander herself became the main 2 character with Michael, and we discover, or the author himself bring many pages or many events about her background. And since we know a little in the first novel, he has to repeat a lot about his bad or as a victim herself in the second and the third novel. That is related to the first point, which I said, that if he changed the name of Salander and start with a new novel instead of following in the trilogy the history of Salander, he can avoid the readers to get boring from reading many events. They read it a lot and they run through it before. And we say that Salander was behind in the first novel, as we said earlier. On the other hand, and suppose that Salander was one of the victims of the high Swedish security police chamber with her mother, according that her father, Salander's father, was a double agent spying to Sweden against USSR, the Soviet Union. He's still blackmailing the Swedish police security chamber and the government, threatening them to reveal his relation to the Swedish government. Therefore, they obey to all his commands and cover his illegal trading of white flesh. In other words, trading with East European prostitute to Sweden. According to this background, Salander should be an ideal character with a clear history, but we read instead that she's starting to burning her father, Salangio, who is the white flesh trader and the double agent, with Molotov bomb when she was 16 or more or less on her age, reaching the attempt of killing him in the second novel. Moreover, she is a computer hacker. She hacked the company of Winner's Storm, who caused, or she has a problem with the or actually Michael has a problem with them, and they sue him for jailing him 2 months because he did put a report in the his newspaper without any solid evidence. When they win, Salander and Michael, when they win the case, at the night she hacker her the Winner's Storm financial affairs, and she got all the monies and distributed or separated in various banks in Europe, from Switzerland to Gibraltar, and she also pretend to have false IDs of 2 ladies, and she wear their clothes, and also she put a very heavy mask makeup on her face and goes to the bank, and she pretend she's the ladies there. And on the other hand, also she's blackmailing her lawyer in Gibraltar, and also she did a worse thing with her defender lawyer who is abused her, but she did a film on this abusing of her. This is an I believe that if you want to face the evil, you don't do evil things. So if I have ideal character, I don't have to put her before or opposite to the bad character, and to show that she can solve everything for her own self. As a lady, she is going to defend herself by herself. While the author in the preface and each chapter introduction, saying as a journalist that there were certain females abusing worldwide, and especially in Sweden. In the meantime, most of his married couples character has mysteries lover with agreement of her or his partner. Alas, the author passed away before hearing or reading critics' opinion. Instead, I saw a few clips of the first novel. I got a bad expression for choosing the main characters as an actor, like Roland or me, the Chinese girlfriend of Cylinder, and the rush of achieving the film as if they want to win the priority to do the film. Certainly the audience who read the novels, they will get disappointed, in particular those who read the trilogy, all of them. Finally, I have to say that most of the people seeing me holding the novel books, they are exciting, but when we are talking about details, they share in common, obviously, a lot of above points I put it now in this film. Other, they are admiring Cylinder talent and her independence to face all what one against her, and as she's a very brave person. But I believe that this is not that point for ideal character. Most advantage for the reading, author revealing mask of Swedish intelligence service, which is indeed running through worldwide accounts, and this is the policy of the police, how to behave when they are investigating. Also integrate as a female defender in certain ways or another, regardless of which version or style he did it. Instead, or still he is interesting in his so-called trilogy novels. Dr. Farouk Ohan, Sociology of Theater and Drama.